Well, it's that time again, and we're into another adventure. This time, we're going to Germany for 42 Gear Street 5. Not to say that I'm not a little nervous and excited at the same time, maybe some internal screaming. But I am going on this trip. I back-to-back flew yesterday, and now I'm flying out again. I'm looking forward to sharing that journey with you, and here it goes. After a connection flight to Atlanta, I finally found myself on the plane that was going to take me 9.5 hours over the Big Blue Pond to Frankfurt, Germany. But that wasn't even the full leg of my trip. I still had a ways to go. All right, so I am in Germany. A little worse for wear, of course, as you can see. But I am excited. No, I did not sleep very much. Excitement, it happens. So we're on to the next phase. I'm gonna be going through customs now, and then we hop on the train, and we're on our way to 42 Gear Street. After customs, I hopped on a bus, and it took me to Terminal 2, where I had to try to navigate buying a plane ticket, which was a little overwhelming, it being my first time traveling by myself to Europe. But with the patience and guidance of Nikhil through text, I then boarded the train and was on my way to Limburg, where he was going to be picking me up. I observed in awe how different the world was now, and with a countryside car ride to where I would stay, I had survived, and yes, finally arrived. It's day one. We're pretty much getting together and setting things up, and I am learning the switcheroo, the cameras, the audio, and how to work with everyone here, Andrew and Orla and Harry. And I'm learning a lot, and it's been really exciting, and to get everyone, and hopefully today goes as well as I hope it will. This was the monitoring workstation for the recording studio. I was going to be handling the live camera switching and shifts with 2 other teammates. Andrew gave me the rundown of the process for both the audio and visuals.
The next mix is the studio mix, so we would want to feed, this master feeds back to the room speaker.
Having taken all the notes to prepare myself for captaining the chair like Janeway on Brand Day, it was just starting to sink in that a lot of exciting things were about to happen in secret this week. We then went to Studio A for a meeting on logistics for both brands and YouTubers that would be there.
We're gonna encourage people to do much more creative things, hopefully weather permitting, outside with combo audio stuff. Orange amps arrive sometime today. Any questions you have, come to me.
Questions? No, I'm predictably distracted by the cat in the room.
You want to say that? Yeah, I figure I could pet him easily.
If you calls him Boopy because she doesn't like their foot. But Zayford People rocks, come on. President of the galaxy.
He's like, nope.
That's you! Is this Joe? He's that.
As all the gear YouTubers started to arrive that morning, some of them were seasoned vets, while others fresh to the process of how recording collaboration videos with brands and other YouTubers would be organized. This being both myself and Emily Harris of Get All Set's first time, we walked onto the lawn for the collective debrief.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. This is my temperature.
I like this temperature. This is my kind of weather, when I can have it.
I'm in Seattle today.
I definitely could go for some Seattle coffee. Best part of waking up. Well, just like a Roomba.
Let's be creative together and find out what we can do. That's really what this is about.
Besides learning the ropes of how the event was managed, Henning touched on a somber note of those who passed away unexpectedly. Mike Milton, a cherished friend to all, and others who were no longer present yet remembered as a big part of this year's event.
So, as I said last year, my neighbor died, the beautiful woman who lived there and was like the best soul in the world. And you see how this is connected. There was no other way than for me to go broke and buy this. And what do I do with it? Well, I put the living room studio in there, and we're going to try to make some money with it as a studio we rent out. And then this Belgian man had the most brilliant idea to call it Studio C-Grid. That sounds kind of modern. and it is Studio C, but it's also Sigrid. And that was the beautiful woman that lived there. So that's pretty damn clever. I mean, we don't say it enough, but this night is pretty damn clever. That being said, moving on to not so easy things. When I was at Sweetwater, I got the news that Søren Jungberg from Carl Martin, one of the kindest people in the business, old school guy, cool company, it's been around the 80s. I had 3,000 subscribers, met him at a trade show. He said, you make cool videos, let me send you stuff. Just one of the coolest people ever. I never charged him for anything because it was early on the channel. He just randomly died overnight. And we had a contest going, design the new Carl Martin pedal, and whoever won the contest got the trip to Gisfried. So, and then all of a sudden, no more Carl Martin, no more Søren. And his daughter is running the company temporarily, and we talked to her, and we finished the contest, and that's why Joe is here. So she got a trip paid by Carl Martin, and I hope that Mario brings the pedals, and just as a tribute to the man, throw them in something, because he was really a good guy and he made good stuff.
And now for something completely different.
I'm gonna point you guys out. I'm very, very happy we have female channels here that are doing a kick-ass job. So I got yelled at by Emily years ago, and then she started a channel and started doing a good job. So I'm like,
Just to spite you.
yeah.
The best part of waking up.
Started a channel to spite me because I said, well, I would invite women, but there aren't any women that do the job we do, which was true. What was I to do? So sausage fest it was.
Penning glass ceiling poly.
Trey and Adam are going to do songwriting stuff.
So, I don't... I have very vague expectations for how it's going to go. But what I'm intending to do is a bunch of, like, songwriting challenges with all of y'all. If you have good ideas for songwriting challenges, even if they're not for you, I'll give an example. The best example that I've got so far is I'm going to force poor Andrew Baina to write some riffs without using any open strings. You laugh because that's a great idea, right? But I don't have any other really good ones that are that good, so I'm using that as an example. I can't do it with everybody because there's so many of you, and I do want to actually also write some like proper songs with some of you. If you want to do that, please let me know.
And with that, we were off to start the Brand A collaborations. Also, though, if you're new to this channel, allow me to tell you some details about it and how you can help it grow. Subscribing to the channel is one great way to help, as well as sharing it with your friends and laughing together watching the animated silliness we get into while exploring effects pedals and creating original music with the house band. A monetary way you can support the channel is through Sweetwater affiliate links, as well as Patreon. So thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I would not have gotten this far without your encouragement and support.
But if you're like,
Yep, they're doing their thing.
It's yours.
perfect.
Have fun. Clap in the beginning so you can sing.
Okay.
And that's it.
Perfect, thank you. All right, man, so we're gonna just do like 15-ish minutes, you know what I mean? And then we'll start it off with just you doing a quick jam, however long you want to go for, like 30 seconds. Introduce you, and then I'll introduce the pedals.
Awesome.
Cool.
Let's do the clap.
Should do an extremely long video of just tuning the tones.
I think my face is gonna be stuck like this for now. It's the stank face.
The stank.
Stank face. Thanks so much, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Of course, man. Anytime.
Let's go.
Cool. Cool. All set?
Dude, thanks, man. Appreciate
Dude,
it.
before I go, let me know. That. Hell yeah.
Same thing, man.
At first, I sat in on Andrew's shift so that I could observe the ways to anticipate the next shot. The monitor on the left was the real-time recording, and the right monitor top view was the camera to switch to at any moment out of the 5 camera views. And now my shift begins.
Doesn't sound perfect.
No, fine. All right, here we go.
I really enjoy watching the cameras and seeing the creative ways everyone was able to work together while still having fun. And speaking of fun, we now move on to the next video in my shift.
It's very sound designy. You could totally do textures like that really easily.
Dude.
I would be
Like, you see what I was just doing then? Just that. I was doing that and it made that
that's
really
cool.
haunting.
High
Oh,
pitch.
dude.
That was cool.
Why have I not tried this before?
That's what this event's for.
It is, isn't it?
we connect.
Yeah, really awesome.
Thank you so much for trying it out,
I'm actually like blown away by how wicked this thing sounds. I'm gonna like if I get one of these, which no doubt I'm probably gonna have to do now. I'm gonna get lost.
It's easy to get lost in it for sure.
It's like I'm gonna fall down the eventide black hole, literally.
There were about 4 buttons to stop after a recording session had finished. 2 of the 4 were for the hard drive and the cameras, and then there were the other 2, which was for the mixer and the iMac for the audio sources. Remembering importantly to hit save, documenting the file name in the way that says the brand, the channel, the day, and the time of that recording session to keep track for when the files are sent to the collaborators after the conclusion of the event. And now it was my time to sit down with Patrick and play with both the Riptide and the H90. But seeing as everyone was using guitars, I wanted to offer another approach in the way that their effects pedals were being explored, an entirely different instrument, which was my voice.
Never a dull moment. I'm ready for the next Expanse soundtrack. Ready for deep space. To go where no vocal effects processor and pedals have gone before.
This one's called Empty Universe.
Into the deep recesses of space, we will go there.
That sounds really good, dude.
But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. You gotta keep looking. I need what I'm looking for. It's over here and it's over there. I love stereo. Like when anyone says like, "Oh yeah, this certain pedal, is it in stereo?" Yes, I'm one of those people. Is it in stereo? Because Anything that goes left, then goes right. Hello, it's your mother. Did you remember to pick up the groceries? Like that recess bouncing of your mind that you're somewhere and it suddenly comes back and it's reminding you. Hello. Welcome to the Riptide and H90 preset play.
This was just a small clip of the fun that we had in our session in front of the many plethora of cameras, which I aim to make a full video on in the future. But it was now time to wrap, heading to both dinner and then our rooms for the night. What a long couple of days. Also exciting, but I really need to get some rest if I'm going to be ready for the next day.
What a refreshing nap. John, your suitcase was almost comfortable. But that tripod, not so much. You should leave it next time.
Whoa. Who said that you could catnap yourself and come along with me on this trip?
What? Did you think you can leave me and go on vacation? Seriously?
This is not a vacation, and I'm really gonna need you to be on your best behavior, because you getting in the way of filming, interjecting yourself, and stealing the limelight away from the other, creative folks that are here is gonna look bad on me. And I'm definitely gonna need you to be on your best behavior, especially during the interviews I'm gonna do. Figaro, I really need you to take this as serious as I am. This means a lot to me.
No worries. I will be super stealthy and stuff. I will be like the Phantom. You won't even know I'm there.
Come on, hop into bed. Let's get some sleep. There's a long day tomorrow. Good night. A big thank you to the sponsors that made this year's 42 Gear Street 5 possible. It would have not been the event it was without you. So, until the next time we meet, be the good you wish to see in the world, be excellent to each other, and be seeing you.